It's a very special venue because my first ODI 100 was in Vizag, which gave away, maybe another 10 games to me. But the 183 over here, it made sure that, I get chance for another 1 year. So, it's a very good venue. It's very close to my heart.
come on, boys. Keep it going. In now.
Jump.
That's it, boys. Come on. Set. Oh, boleh sikit. Boleh six-star. No runs here, buddy. Come on. That's it, Chicky. No boundaries anymore. On it. Come on. One, ready. Come on, Chicky. Take it. Terima kasih.
Madamo. Umadahan na chicken, yemen na ano? Oh, boleh chicken.
Dilhara Fernando will be the bowler. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the batsman, on 99. And that will be his 100. Fantastic 100. Coming of just 85 deliveries, the quickest 100 by an Indian against Sri Lanka. And coming at a very important time, chasing a big target, this young man is stood up.
A hug and a word of advice from the captain, who obviously wants him to go on. Hasn't worked up much of a sweat getting this 100.
වටෙන් හරි එකක් දාලා බලන්න ඉන්න පුළුවන්. මචං එක දෙන්න.
wicket. Outside the line, Billy. Take it! Oh, bowling. Ani harida. Siki. Elua.
වටෙන් දාමු. Delay. කපලා දාන්න. කකුලවත් දාන්න.